Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. My name is Marian and I'm your host today, and I'm going to cover more updates regarding the United States and Germany, as we are very close in having both factories starting to produce cars to customers. So first of all, the market in the United States is very dominant for Tesla. 70% is just crazy if you think about it. But again, last year there were 15 million new cars sold in the United States, and the entire EV sector is just 2 to 2.5% of market share. So if you think about that and the new factory coming into play here with Austin, Tesla is going to produce more cars in a more and more growing market, and everyone is saying, well, the market share is going to go down, but there's no one else having such a factory like in Austin. So in other words, it means Tesla will even increase market share over the next 2 to 3 years. Maybe afterwards it's going to stabilize and then maybe decrease, but that is a normal way of going when all the other car makers are going to somehow switch to EVs and then produce as well more EVs. Of course, Tesla will never be able to hold 70% for the next 10 years, but that is normal. But I think like 50 or 55% in 10 years is doable. And if you think about the United States moving towards EVs, that could be meaning at some point 7 to 7.5 million cars just coming from Tesla in the United States. And if you take that into perspective, it really shows Tesla needs more factories, even in the United States, not only here in Austin, but maybe Tesla is building another factory soon here in Austin at the same place where they are right now. It could be happening, they have enough space to do so. But another way is as well expanding current factories. And yes, many people forget about Fremont, especially in Europe. Many people forget that Fremont was the start of this entire story about the success of Tesla. And Fremont is expanding. They will be expanding. And it is pretty sure because Tesla will need more cars as well from the Fremont factory. And it will be going towards around 600,000 to 700,000 at some point. Then we have Grünheide, and yes, tomorrow is the big event. Elon Musk is supposed to come here to Germany, and there is a lot of potential here, guys. I mean, a lot of people thinking about buying a new car in the next coming years. Of course, the average age with 53 is pretty high, but that is normal for Germany. And there are 1.78 million new cars needed in the next years in Germany, as people are thinking to buy a new car. And as we all know, the current government in Germany, which is also having a Green Party part of it, wants to restrict any gasoline cars by 2035, and the 35 benchmark is just what the European Union wants to achieve. I do think that the market itself will move much quicker towards that goal. And I think when people are considering a new car, at some point it will be as well a Tesla. And the market share we have seen in the second month of this year in Germany was 21%. 21% in the home market of VW, Audi, etc. is a big achievement. And Tesla is starting to gain traction here once the Model Y is coming to its customers. And especially VW, as I mentioned a few times, has a lot of struggle to produce and deliver cars very quickly currently. They're going to resume production in April, but currently they do have a lot of problems. And so that means Tesla has a big advantage by producing right off the bat here new Model Ys in this factory in Grünheide. And the current government is going to show up as well in Grünheide tomorrow. So it's going to be a big event. I do have already information from people. I'm in contact with people that are going to receive the Model Y Performance tomorrow. I hope I will be able to show you some pictures from inside, outside of the car. I'm not going to be there because I personally think that I can provide more information by being connected to people who are currently over there tomorrow by the event. Then when we look back to the United States, we had a survey about which brand is reliable to solve the fully autonomous vehicle in the future, and Tesla is leading here with no surprise. Again, I think that there's a different opinion about that if you ask people in the United States or if you ask people in Europe, because in Europe many people are still frustrated and the update for the sign recognition is not working that well yet. It seems like there was no real update even though, and I think that this will be a big challenge to convince European customers in the future of the Autopilot and FSD program. But I think if Tesla will actually do that and actually give people the update and the same standard as people are experiencing in the United States, that will be the moment when people will be convinced that Tesla is leading the race here of the FSD, full autonomous driving. If we're looking into the Netherlands and Belgium, we do have RCC Classic that just arrived. And of course, the RCC Classic is the last ship coming from China right now. There's going to be a bigger break right now between the beginning of next quarter and deliveries coming to Germany and Europe. Then Moneyball is talking as well about the main reason why the entire price segment of lithium is increasing in China like that and like it did in the past weeks. And the main factor here is the war in the Ukraine. After the war started, everyone was panicking. Companies were buying lithium, raw materials, etc., and the prices hiked. But Moneyball said again, the factories and the mines, they have enough lithium to produce, enough lithium to provide companies. It's not the case that there is no supply. There is no supply issue. It is just a panic buying, and that increases the prices. So again, we can pretty much conclude here that hopefully very soon the prices will decrease. By the way, the footage over here is from the CATL factory, as Wuwa is currently not allowed to fly over Giga Shanghai. Then we have as well Troy Tesla here. He is expecting now 11,000 cars in the first quarter from Giga Berlin. So in the next quarter, which will be the first from Giga Berlin, like around 11,000 cars. For Texas, he is still going for 12,000. So let's see if this is going to happen as well. Tesla is going to have a big event in Austin as well, so that's going to be exciting. And yeah, thank you very much for being here today and for all those updates that I'm sending to you. And if you like my channel, do consider subscribing. Have a wonderful day and take care. Thank you very much. Bye bye.